What's going on, everybody? It's BC9 for XYZ here, and welcome back, everybody, to Syberia. I'm just in this university, and the game somehow just got bigger. I don't know how, but it did. I am trying to get through it, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. Oh my god, it got bigger. Are you kidding me? What is this fucking place? Amazon book. Oh my god. Nice reference.
Excuse me. Can I disturb you a second?
No.
You could be a little bit nicer about it.
Keep quiet. In case you haven't noticed, we're somewhere that requires silence and tranquility.
You say so, shithead. Jesus, just want to ask a question. Oh my god. Why is this game so goddamn big? Mushroom guide. Okay, this is the library. This looks official.
Good day to you, gentlemen.
Tell me, young lady, to what do we owe this pleasure?
Please do be brief. We do not have very much time on our hands.
As rectors of this university, we have serious matters to attend to, and our time is precious.
I have heard you wish to meet the owner of the train that is currently in your station. May I know the reason for your summons?
We are surprised that your train has not yet left, miss. The situation is most regrettable.
The rules do clearly state that trains are meant to come and go and not remain stationary at a platform.
Trains should first stop, then subsequently leave. That is the rule.
We agree then, dear colleagues, that what we're dealing with is deviant behavior.
This matter really
Deviant?
is cause
Jesus.
for concern.
It's a clockwork train, you see? So it needs winding up again. Unfortunately, there is no equipment in the station to do this.
A clockwork train? That's strange.
How very quaint. You mean it's some sort of mechanical toy?
You are causing a hindrance to us, miss.
I am very hopeful that I will find what I need along the wall.
The wall? Miss, that really is not a suitable place for you to go.
Especially for a young lady.
You see, miss, we freely admit that every day we praise the existence of that particular edifice. We owe the integrity of our dear university and the fine education it provides to the wall.
It protects us from harm and invasion from the unknown.
May God protect us from what is beyond those ramparts, miss. Please believe me.
I don't have any choice. I must continue my journey.
Such a decision is a correct one since it's in line with regulations.
Thus, your train will indeed be able to leave.
And consequently cease to obstruct our station.
You see, I didn't actually intend to stop here, but the springs of my train gave up, you see?
No, not really. You mean to say you're not a student?
You have arrived a little late in the term, miss. Enrollment for this year has already terminated.
But as a...
You don't understand. I'm a...
Not really.
I'm a lawyer from New York. Blah,
We
blah, blah,
haven't
blah, blah.
Can you possibly help me out here?
Miss, your insistence is...
If you don't mind, could you not...
We cannot constantly...
Can you tell me if I can...
What on earth?
I am sorry.
Yongala
The lady said...
No, she's...
No.
No! Right, Honorable.
I would not dream...
What?
Gentlemen,
Okay,
please.
it's too much.
We understood.
Perfectly.
And...
Indeed. What a strange request. Why could you possibly... Here we are.
Already?
Thank you for a...
And thank you, Jen.
And good fucking bye. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm just sitting back because I need to. My back is hurting me. Just a tad. Oh god, there's an upstairs too? Oh, Jesus. What's over here first?
Excuse me. Sir, please, just a moment.
Yes, what is it? I'm not deaf, you know.
I am sorry to disturb you in your work, sir, but...
This young mammoths primigenius is barely 40,000 years old. Fantastic, wouldn't you say, miss?
Yes. Probably.
What do you mean, probably?
I don't know.
You don't know? Well, you don't know, I see. What can I do for you, my dear child?
It wasn't really my intention to stop off here, but I'll confess, this university is really very impressive.
Ah, indeed.
Actually, I'm here because I've been summoned by the rectors of the...
Oh, I see.
Oh, no.
And you hope you...
I'm not altogether
In that case, my...
The probo...
Ah, you see?
I'm just
feel
gonna
I've
skip
lost-
all this dialogue because
dear
I'm
child.
bored.
It's a lecture.
Oh, yes, and...
I'll leave you in...
Sorry? No.
What's down here? What's over here?
No point.
It's locked. Sorry if I am skipping through dialogue and it's something you don't want to see, but I don't see a point in doing dialogue when it's not part of the main story. At least for games like this, because it just goes off on rants. Oh, it's a lecture hall. That's impressive. What's even weirder is that she's not even anywhere in sight.
That door is locked.
Okay, now what?
Hello?
So, you got him then, this air?
Ah, it's you, Mr. Marson. Good day, and how are you, sir?
I'll feel a whole lot better when this whole business is over and the sales contract is signed. Where the hell are you?
I'm in Barkstadt.
Bollocks, what? What in God's name are you doing there?
It's a magnificent university town. It would appear Hans Vorarlberg once passed by here several years ago.
So if he isn't there anymore, then there's no point hanging around.
I hear what you're saying, sir, but I have good reason to believe that Hans Vorarlberg is still alive. For the time being, I'm trying to gather extra information from people who have known him.
What's your next destination?
I'm not exactly sure yet.
Doesn't sound like you know too much, Kate.
I just need a bit of time, Mr. Marson.
Yeah, well, time is what you ain't got. Keep me posted.
Yikes. Okay, so I've got some stuff to do. I have a walkthrough in front of me because, this specifically is a very big area. I just want to make sure that I get all of it.
Hey there, on the boat.
Guten Tag, schöne Mademoiselle.
My husband say, hello, young lady. You want to talk to us?
I have a little problem with my train. It's kind of broken. I've absolutely got to get it out of the station. Do you think you could tow it over to the wall with your barge?
Lock closed. Barge blocked.
But if the locks were open, would it be okay to tow my train then?
Por qué no? More money for that work.
It's possible. My husband say we help you if you give money.
Right. And how much do you want?
Cinquante.
He want $150.
$150? I don't have that much.
No money, no barge.
Let me offer you $75.
Nay, $125.
Out of the question. $100 and not a dime more.
Correct. You have barge for $100.
Great. Now, don't move. I'll be back as quick as possible with the money. I'll leave you to it.
Das wieder.
Alright, so now I gotta go back to the university. Hold on one second. $100. Yikes. Because that was totally what she signed up for. This is ridiculous. She signed up to go sign a toy factory, and now she ends up here. It's unbelievable. And then she ends up with 2 other games. Syberia 2 and 3. Who knew? So now I go up here. I end up going over here. I end up going over here. I end up going in here. Ugh, so much shit. Alright, so I gotta talk to these guys again.
Gentlemen, forgive me for disturbing you again, but I have a little problem.
A little problem, a little problem. Everyone has little problems now, you know.
They are kept to oneself, and they don't stop the world from turning.
Nor trains from leaving stations.
Alright, so I need to talk about Hans and money.
Does the name Hans Vorarlberg mean anything to you by chance?
Ah, one of the brightest, most idealistic intellects to have graced our university. Hans Vorarlberg. I remember speaking to him once. I was still a student at the time. He just stared at me, lost in thought for a while. He scarcely ever said a word. But how can one forget him?
Idealistic? I'll grant you that. But bright? Oh, don't go too far. He was completely incapable of passing any exams. All he ever did was to sit in on lessons, and not many of them either. Paleontology, mainly. He had an unhealthy passion for mammoths, which matched the state of his intellect perfectly. That is to say, prehistoric.
Prehistoric? How dare you? A little far-fetched, maybe. But he did have flashes of intellectual brilliance, comprehensible only to high-minded scholars who hold no score by appearances. My dear colleague, your hasty conclusions are somewhat cavalier.
My assessment is wholly accurate. The boy was a little odd. You must concur if my father, who was rector of the university at the time, had not shown great indulgence towards him. Hans Vorarlberg would have never attended this establishment.
What about the bandstand, then? Is that the work of a deranged mind? Even after all these years, you are still jealous of it.
My dear colleagues, I beseech you, let's show some decorum. We have a visitor. What do you want with Hans Vorarlberg, miss? Are you a member of his family?
No, not at all. I'm looking for him to clear up an inheritance matter. Is he still here?
What? Here? At the university? No, not at all. He left a long time ago. Yes, a very long time ago. The very year I was nominated to this position, in fact. Almost 50 years ago already.
The poor soul moved on once he learned all he needed to know about mammoths.
Ah, this establishment was never quite the same after his departure, it must be said.
You mean to say it was never as bad? All that oddball brought to this university was his misplaced fantasies.
Gentlemen, gentlemen, let's try to retain the calm and level-headedness that befits our position.
Money.
Some sailors have agreed to tow the train, but I don't have enough money to pay them. I was wondering if you could help me out. For a while. I could work for the money.
Please wait, miss. We have certain confibulations to attend to.
That is right. We must confibulate between ourselves. A collegiate decision must be taken.
I hope that we are not indisposing you in any way.
Why not?
If it helps us get rid of that train.
My word, that is a fine idea.
What do you have in mind, gentlemen?
When you arrived here, you must have noticed a splendid bandstand which honors the main university courtyard.
A unique piece of mechanical craftsmanship which no longer works, alas.
Why, yes, we have very moving memories of its melodies. We're prepared to offer you a financial reward if you can set it working again.
With pleasure. What do I have to do?
Unfortunately, my dear, time and rust have taken their toll on this university, and our automatons no longer have a spring in their step. You are going to have to be resourceful.
To tell you the truth, there are a number of complex mechanisms here in Barakstadt, and it would appear that we have unfortunately lost their operating instructions.
Your train, however, is an extremely ingenious invention, so you should be no stranger to complex mechanisms, should you? We are therefore counting on your ingenuity, miss.
I hope that I can show myself worthy of your faith in me, gentlemen.
Well, my dear colleagues, one more university matter nicely tied up.
Okay.
Here we are, busy
Already?
Thank you for a...
And thank you.
And good fucking bye again. Alright. So if I go back this way, I believe I should be able to talk to the station master once again. I don't remember where he is. He's not down this way. Down this way.
I'm sorry to disturb you.
What can I do for you, miss?
What am I supposed to ask him about?
Where might I find some forest Sauvignon plants, please?
No place round here, that's for sure. I don't know what you're talking about. That stuff's from the Amazon.
You know, for someone who knows nothing about the plant, you seem pretty well informed about which mysterious faraway country it comes from.
Oh, Amazon, Peru, Papua New Guinea, it's all the same to me. Gotta go. Gotta work.
Wait, don't go. You know what? I don't think he was being totally straight with me.
You don't say, Kate. Alright. Nope. Wrong way. Sorry. I hate to do this, but I gotta take this off.
Excuse me, Station Master, but I need you again.
Can't you see I am very, very busy?
No.
I am. Very busy indeed. But, okay, I think I can give you a minute of my...
I'm looking for a...
Look, ladies.
Funny you should mention... But you see, I don't know what...
What do you mean?
But you're the master.
Nobody tells me anything.
I won't disturb you.
Welcome to Barrett.
So now I apparently have to go back to the station master in the hallway or something. Not the station master, what am I saying? Professor in the hallway. Thank God I have this. I would never have understood what to do here with this. Again, like I said, that's the joy and beauty of these games, except it's also the... I think that's the problem.
Do excuse me, Professor. Professor, sorry to disturb you again.
What is it you want to know, miss?
To tell you the truth, I'm looking for Mr. Hans Vorarlberg. He's the sole heir of a very unusual factory. My company is in charge of negotiations for the takeover of this factory. At last word, he was living in Syberia. So, as soon as my train is ready, I'll be continuing my journey eastwards.
Syberia. Ah, Syberia. But what was it you said again?
Said what?
You mentioned a name. The person you are looking for.
Vorarlberg. Hans Vorarlberg. Do you know him?
Hans Vorarlberg. How could I forget him? Such an extraordinary fellow. So inventive. We shared a passion for mammoths, you know, and we bonded over this passion. Without it, I confess, I would have had little to do with an odd, ageless retard like Hans. At the time, we were both students. Well, sort of. Put it this way. Hans had special permission to attend paleontology lectures. You see, he didn't really have the necessary qualifications. In exchange, Hans did a few odd jobs around the university.
Your Hans Vorarlberg sounds uncannily like the one I'm looking for.
I'm not sure, my dear. Hans was above all questions of money and business. Just to imagine him running a factory, perish the thought.
Can you tell me a little bit more about him?
He was always a mystery to me.
A doll, you say?
Yes.
What do you mean?
To my knowledge...
Have you considered that...
No, that's...
So I have to give him the doll, blah, 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 blah. Hold on. I also was supposed to confront him about these grapes.
You wouldn't know where the forest Sauvignon plants are kept in Barkstadt, would you?
Why do you think there are Sauvignon plants here?
I read about it in a book at the library.
Try going to see the station master. If such a shrub exists, he will have a better idea than anyone.
It's actually he who sent me to you. I thought it a little strange, but he definitely said ask the paleontologist. You're the only one here, aren't you?
Yes, yes indeed. What a strange way to behave.
All right, thanks. I'll leave you in peace. I hope I...
Sorry? No.
Do excuse me, Professor. Professor, sorry to disturb you again. Professor, I have brought you something that should be of interest to you. Look.
What have you got there, then? Let's see. An effigy of a mammoth. But this is Hans' doll, is it not? Yes, of course it is. How on earth did you... Oh, my God. It's in my hands. It exists. It really exists. Please do excuse me. I'm deeply, deeply moved.
You see? Your Hans and my Vorarlberg heir are one and the same.
This is incredible. After all these years, how can I ever thank you, my dear? Oh, I must waste no time. I'm off to my laboratory. I must study this carefully. May I borrow your treasure a moment?
Well, actually,
Don't worry, miss. I will take the greatest care of it. But I need to study it.
do you think so?
Obviously.
In that case,
The other option is to just go in the laboratory. Alright. Let's take a look. Ooh, another cylinder.
I don't need that for the time being.
Oh, that's the mammoth statue. Hold on.
Gentlemen,
A little problem.
They are kept to one.
Nor train.
are you sure there are no Amazon Sauvignon plants in Barockstadt? Because I have just interviewed the station master and the paleontologist, and what they said really didn't convince me that there wasn't any here.
We are quite definite on this point. There are no Sauvignon plants growing in Barockstadt.
You see, miss, the Amazon Forest Sauvignon is a rare shrub that requires very special conditions for growth.
That's right. Conditions that are very hard to reproduce, believe you me.
Difficult, but not impossible. Fortunately, our garden has proved very successful.
Your garden? So, there is a garden in Barockstadt?
Oh, the garden. Well, if there was one, it would be only a little garden hidden behind the station. But our station master would be very proud of it.
He would take very good care of it, too. Everything would grow marvelously if we were able to cultivate it at all, and it would be all down to his gardening prowess.
And we would be proud as punch. And we wouldn't forget the role the paleontologist might play in this.
What's the paleontologist got to do with it all?
Without him and without his laboratory, how would we make the wine, do you think?
And it would be good wine indeed, my dear colleagues, would it not?
Oh, yes, a delight.
We would wait.
So, if...
Miss.
Okay, so there's grapes here.
So...
You...
Yes, if you...
That's right, nothing's...
Don't worry.
Here we are.
Already?
So the point is that they're trying
Thank
to
you
tell us
for
that
a-
the station
And
master
thank
has
you.
a key to his garden. It's basically what it's getting out to. Alright, cool. Well, when I come back, guys, we are going to be at the station. We'll be right back, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time on Syberia.